Hello everyone watching this video. My name is Afeez Olumide from Farmers Hub on Roaming Royal Television. You can see what I have with me. You know, this season, we are going to be doing more of farm visitation, and trust me, this is rainy season. You know, this is when we are always very happy to give you content, to give you information about what you need to know about agriculture. And today we are currently on a snail farm in Lagos here. You can see this is a snail farm, and inside the greenhouse, that is extensive snail farming. So you can see we want to ask questions around what snail farming is. How can you start snail farming? Is it even profitable? What are the risks involved in snail farming? I want to believe you want to learn about this thing. Just stay tuned. Just find something and sit down because you are going to enjoy this video. My name is Afeez Olumide once again, and trust me, the person that owns this farm is a retiree. Does he start before he retire or he started after retirement? You want to find out. Just make sure you sit down and watch this video to learn a lot about this video.
Good morning, Mr. Olumide.
Yes, thank you, sir. Good morning, sir.
Welcome to Orutun Farms.
What do you call it?
Orutun.
Okay.
Orutun Farms.
Okay. So what do you do at Orutun Farms? Before we even go to the farm, can you just give us like a brief overview of what you do at the farm?
Okay, we rear snails.
Okay.
And we rear snails.
Okay.
I started business about 2 years ago.
Okay.
And this is the farm here.
So before we go into the farm, and you know, I would love us to do a practical of it, but I want to ask a question around what inspired you to start snail farming. You know, being a retiree, like I don't know. Can you just
before I retired?
Okay.
I've always thought of it. But what kind of business can I even do? I don't want to stress myself. I just something I can do easily without much hurdle. You know.
Okay.
So what I just thought of it, and two things came to my mind: issue of grass cutter business and snail business.
Okay.
I just thought of it. I started the grass cutter business, but somehow I found out it was too cumbersome for me to handle alone. I employed some people, but somehow they were not just serious. So I sold all the grass cutter. So I went
into snail
to go into snail proper. You know. So I've had this land for some time now, and just started the construction of the pen house, preparing for it. Started planting the banana stuff there. And just 2 years ago, I started. About 2 years ago, I started. When the banana stuff were grown up to, they form enough shape there. So I started the.
So I've heard so many people talking about different species of snails. That we have different variety, we have different breeds, we have different species, and I've heard them. Even myself, I read some in books. They say we have AF, we have AM, we have AA. But there was a time I heard someone had high mortality rates because he's doing AA, that is Datina in Nigeria, and I heard that maybe they are not that compatible, or maybe the climatic condition of the country is not too good for them. So which species are you doing in your family, and why do you choose that?
Okay, the one I'm doing here is AM, Datina marginata. And the reason is this: number one, they are the ones that grow into jumbo. Yes, others they don't grow into jumbo. They can go into table size and it stops there. But this one will go into jumbo, extremely big ones. You understand? And even though in comparing AA with AM, AA lay more eggs. You understand? Yes, they lay more eggs. Like where AM, this one can lay up to 8-10 eggs. You know, AA can lay more than that, even 20. You understand? But the eggs are smaller.
That's another difference. You know, when you see a smaller egg, that means it's coming from AA.
The eggs are smaller, but these ones are bigger for AM. You know, and as I said, they grow into jumbo. You know, they are easy to manage in this part of the world.
So that's why you go for AM. And you are getting it right, and you are getting the results. Awesome. So now, someone asked me to ask a question, which it is, you know, why I was trying to tell our viewers that we want to go and visit a snail farm, and they said, okay, let's ask this question around the predators that affect snails. You know, I've seen a situation by people that do trenches. They said ants invaded their pen. This happened, and you know, I've seen a situation whereby ants eat up a snail, that you just get to the snail pen and you just meet the shell there. They have eaten the meat, or maybe they've even killed. So in this system that you are using, what are the let me say, the potential predators that you are looking out for, and how have you been able to overcome them?
Okay, the issue of predators, yeah, of course they are there. It's a challenge for me here, really.
Okay.
And I've actually been consulting as to how do I really get rid of them. For the issue of ant, yes, I have what I usually do here is to dig a hole, put their bait in it inside the hole. Before you know it, ant will go there. They will fill the hole. You understand? So you just pour hot water.
Now I think I want you to take that again. Maybe someone watching this video might definitely learn from this. Now you put the bait, like you dig a hole. You put a bait
1 inch. I'm sorry.
1 meter. Okay, 1 foot deep.
1 foot deep.
Okay, yes. So you just put their bait.
The diameter can be maybe about let's say something was about 10 inches or so.
Okay, so you now put the bait there
inside.
So the ant will go there. Does it affect soldier ant too? You know, there is something we call it jalo.
Yes.
This
so
one
that's that's the main. That's
the main one. So you just dig that
hole. Pour your bait inside, and they go there. In fact, they almost fill the place. You know. So what you just do, the places where you find them, dig such hole.
Okay.
There, then put the bait. They will go there, and in fact, the bait is oil, red oil.
Okay.
That's it. That's it.
So when they get there, so what you just do is just pour hot water, and that's the end of their life. So I think you get that now. So if you are a snail farmer and you have maybe this thing is happening to you, I think these are some of the things that you can also do as well. And let's see if it is going to work for you. So now in this place, what are your major predators apart from ants? I think you have a solution to ants.
Ants, yes, okay. I have a solution to ants. It's just the other predators, rats.
Rats.
Yes.
What happened to rats? Does rats have anything to do with snails?
Snails? Yes, they do. They eat the snails. They eat their shells. In fact, one of the biggest challenge is rat eating the eggs. You know, in this kind of farm, I don't pick eggs to go and be incubating. I just
they incubate themselves.
They incubate themselves.
Awesome.
You know, that's what they do. You see, but there are some carefree one about them. Even when they are eating, they will
lay eggs there.
So those ones I remove.
Okay.
But the ones that go into laying in some corners,
I can see some shells of eggs there.
Yes. The ones that are going to lay in some corners, I don't bother myself. I mean, at the point I do, I'll just go there. At the point there were so many that I said, no, I won't bother myself with this. Let them take care of it.
So they hatch themselves.
They hatch themselves.
So but now rats is like.
Now rats is disturbing. Imagine you have some eggs somewhere there in the open. Rats will just go there. They will break the eggs. They will kill the small snails too. You understand? That is an issue for me. You know, that's an issue. I've actually been consulting on how to get rid of them.
Okay.
Just recently that one actually started happening, and a few things I've been doing. Some cages I prepared to catch them, and that's not really working very well for me.
Okay.
Because it's like they seem to have known it. You know? So so what the next thing I want to do now is somebody suggested to me that you get some cats.
Okay.
That cats will get rid of them. You know, which I'm still working on now. I've not started that. Okay,
awesome. So you just add it now. Even myself, I'm just hearing it from a snail farmer that rat is also a predator to snail. And they said they feed on the eggs, and also even at some time they feed on the baby snails as well too.
Even lizard do too.
Lizard too. Yes. So that means if you have a snail pen, or maybe you are doing snail farming, you should try to get rid of lizards and rats as well. They are one of the major predators. And you know, some people may not even know. Some people may not even know these are some of the things that is even killing their snail, and they might just be thinking it's ant or something. So you want to say something about snakes? Okay.
For snakes, I think I will overcome the issue of snake. I can't remember seeing snakes here. You understand, anywhere here, you know. But when the place was open, you know, you see small things there. So I planted those plants you see outside.
Okay.
Snake repellent plants.
And does it really work?
I've not seen any snake around there.
Now I think someone wanted to ask this question, and I think during one of our comment session, he said, "Do all these snail repellent, do they always work? Like, have you seen a snake? Yes, snake repellent. Did they always work? You know." Even myself, I've heard about saying if you plant this tree around your house, snake will not come closer. If you do this thing, do you think those things work?
Yes, they do. They do work.
Have you experienced it before?
Yes. Where I got them from, you know, this time around, the thing actually killed them. The snake was under it couldn't move. You understand? So it died there.
So what do you think could be responsible? Was it the odor or what?
I want to believe it's the odor.
Okay.
Like what do they call this plant now? This grass. Let's call this grass now. This Saint grass. I just forgot it.
Is it Saint Leaf?
Yes. Saint Leaf, yes. I mean, repel them too. I've forgotten this grass now.
Okay.
But if you plant them, it repels them. But the only issue is that you can't plant those things inside your pen because it will also affect
the snails.
Okay,
so that means you need to plant it outside, away from where your snails are. Okay.
I forget this.
Okay, awesome. So I want to believe you have learned something that yes, snake, rat, and lizard are one of the predators that you need to look out for. So let's talk about the feeding aspect of it.
Okay.
You know, so many people believe snails feed on vegetables, especially pawpaw, cucumber, cocoyam, all these things they feed on them. But now, for you that you are doing it in a commercial way, what do you do? Do you believe in fattening? Do you believe in feeding them with formulated feed? Do you do that on your farm?
Okay, you see, people try to create pranks in some animal stuff. They give them some feed to make them look big. No, you don't have to. Feed them well. If you feed your snails well, they will grow well. If
you feed your snails well, they will grow well. I think you need to take that.
Majorly, they feed on fruits and vegetables. Majorly, fruits and vegetables. Some people go as far as giving them some other things. Like some people do eba for them. They eat eba too. Of course, they eat eba. Put oil and put the wheat. You understand? But some of these things make them to go explode. They call it to bloat. Okay, to bloat. Bloating. Some of these things make them to bloat. So you don't have to give them too much of. Those things. I don't give them. I don't give them all those things. I strictly rely on
fruits and vegetables.
Okay. And for the formulated feed, that one is good too. For the formulated feed, they are made from natural things. No chemical. Not chemical in any one of them. Maize, soya, and a few other things mixed together. You give them once in a week or so, or maybe twice in a week. Once in a week or once in 2 weeks, just like that. So that's for that.
Awesome. So I want to believe people watching this video, they are also learning from this video as well, because now if you are looking at going into snail farming, I can tell you what you need to look into the most is one of the housing system that you will use. Look at where we are now. This is extensive. This is greenhouse, because it's like you are making them to be in their habitat. And he said it that he's looking for soft work, and this is one of the soft work that you can definitely go into, because you don't need to start cleaning their house every day.
Let's not forget one of the food that I didn't mention is banana.
Okay.
Ripe banana.
Ripe
plantain. Yes, ripe banana and very ripe plantain. In fact, they love it too much.
They love ripe banana and ripe plantain
too much. In particular, banana, they love it too much.
So you've experienced it. Have you seen where they eat? Like you've seen them feeding?
Goodness. When you see them feeding on banana, ripe banana, you marvel. They eat it with some level of concentration.
Joy.
Like
yes, this is my food.
I have them here. Banana are many in this place. The tree of banana I have here cannot be less than 25 or 50. Between 25 and 50. You understand? And at intervals, they get ripe and they get big. I pluck them. Ripe, just put them in some.
You're wrapping them
somewhere.
Okay.
The moment they are ripe, I give them to eat, and that they enjoy so well. Enjoy so well.
Awesome. So what in this kind of system that you're using, or let me say snail farming generally, are there any risk someone needs to look out for, so that before you even start, you'll have been looking for how do I de-risk this risk? So is there any risk that you have experienced and you don't want anybody that wants to come into this space to experience again?
I think
that you can
one
tell
of the
us.
major risk is the issue of the soil.
Okay.
Because they actually live in the soil. Live in the soil, around the soil. It even feed on the soil too. This soil you're seeing. Because by the time you wet, you sprinkle your calcium on the ground. While they're eating the calcium,
it's eating the soil as well too.
So you need to be careful the kind of soil you use. Don't just use any soil.
Okay.
It's the loamy soil that you use. And that one that will not retain, it will retain water, but not to retain water for too long.
So it should not be waterlogged.
It's not waterlogged. That's the right word. Not be waterlogged. You understand? So that's you can see the raining, you can see the water.
The water is going down
and the ground and like that. That's the kind of this. You must be very careful kind of soil.
Okay.
And you must treat the soil as well. There are ways to treat the soil.
Awesome.
I mean, some of experts like Ezekiel, engineers will teach you how to treat
the soil.
Okay. You know, when you treat the soil, it makes it good and it makes it better for them. It makes the environment better. And you deal with you of ants too. You know, make sure you deal with that.
Okay, so I want us to go practical now. Okay. I think we have been talking and we are not even seeing who we are talking to. Like, we are talking about them, but we are not seeing them. We only saw this. So I want you to maybe pick few snail, maybe one or two. And the question I want to ask around this is, how do you know your snail is growing?
Okay, how do you know
your snail is growing?
Okay.
You know, I know there are few methods or few ways of knowing that they are growing, probably physical look, but you know, you as an expert that you have been doing this for maybe for the past 2 years and you are still doing it now. So how will you know that, okay, this my snail is growing? So let's pick maybe one or two snail and say, okay. Now for you to know that we are truly in a snail pen, these are snails of different sizes. This is a baby snail.
When you're talking, can I just, if I can see?
Yes. So this is a baby snail, not even baby snail. This is even bigger, at least not small like that. And this is these are different sizes. This is point of lay. Look at how big these are, and they are all unpicked from this farm. According to what you said, in this farm we can pick close to 5,000, 7,000 snails, and it started with just 1,000. And he said he has made sales of even over 1,000. He started with 1,000 point of lay. That means this is a system that is really good for snail farming. So if you are thinking of going into snail farming, remember this man said he wants to do a soft work, and that is what he's doing here. So thank you. Yes, this is jumbo size of snail. Look at it on my hand here. And trust me, this is picked on this farm. Yes, on this farm that we are currently on. So this is jumbo size. If you are looking for jumbo size, this is it. And you know, trust me, this grew from point of lay to this size. That means they are doing so well on this farm. Yes, look at it.